So after the last video I made, I wanted to do something a little more lighthearted this week, just to kind of reset the mind. The other day I was cruising YouTube and I did notice this really cool documentary about the Streak Eagle program. It's something I've known about, but I never really dove into it in great detail, so I wanted to see, kind of what was going on there. So what I did is I looked at where it was actually taking place, which is at Grand Forks, North Dakota. Specifically, you have the town, you have the international airport, but then you have the Air Force Base where this would have taken place. You notice the airfield is aligned north to south, and the reason for that is because throughout the year you have winds coming in from the Gulf during the summers, and then during the winters you have the winds coming in from Canada. So that aligns, at least in this particular area, almost perfectly north-south, just about all the time. So in particular, the Streak Eagle program began, I think it was January 6th of 1975, 76, thereabout. So it was right in the middle of winter, which means you can almost guarantee that the winds are going to go straight south. They'll be coming straight from Canada. Hence why, it's very cold during that time of year. So they probably would have been using this runway. So I actually did manage to find a historical documentation of the weather from that day. Yeah, it was 75, okay. So, if you look at the temperature, it was about 20 degrees. They did the first series of flights earlier in the day. And the reason I know this is because in the footage, there's very little cloud cover. And as you can see, it's mostly clear, and then it starts to become partly cloudy as the day progresses. So that would tell me this is probably done in the morning. So that time of day, yeah, looks to be about 21 degrees Fahrenheit. We look at some other important factors here. There we go. So we had the wind speeds. And as you can see, the wind speeds were pretty much calm. I mean, they only got up to 2 miles an hour. I think they were gusting up to 4, but I mean, it's pretty negligible, to be honest. In the wind direction, appears to be coming straight from the north, as predicted. So the other thing we want to care about is atmospheric pressure. Now it looks like at about 9 o'clock, 29.72, I would say, if I were to interpolate there. So that's what we'll roll with. So we'll go ahead and boot up DCS. We'll replicate this as best we can in the sim, and go from there. Okay, so here we are in our lovely F-15, and we're just going to take a stab at it. Let's just go. So we'll maintain brake pressure, we'll ramp up the engines. Burner's coming on. Okay, we'll lift off. Flaps and gear coming up. We're looking for 0.7 Mach, then we'll do a 2.5 G turn, or pull up. 0.7, so 0.75, so we're a little late, but whatever. Just ease a little bit, maintain 2.5. There we go. So I pulled a little too hard. I should have been at like 30,000 feet or so, but it'll be okay. We're not going for the exact timing, so just trying to see if we can get up to that altitude. So we'll just maintain a pretty decent climb here. We'll go out to like 37,000 feet or so, then we'll accelerate it up to Mach 2.2. And that'll set us up for the next stage. So we're at Mach 1.2, so we're right on the outside boundary of the transonic region. There's 37,000 feet. I should be leveling off. I apologize if this is not the best flying in the world. I don't typically fly Eagles. So we're at Mach 1.4. Since I'm high, I can actually put this somewhat in a shallow dive here, and it'll accelerate faster. It's 1.5, 1.6. Got 1.7. .8. It's 1.9. We'll maintain altitude now. It's Mach 2. So once we get to 2.2, we're going to do a 4G pull up to 60 degrees. There's 2.1.
Bingo fuel. Bingo fuel.
And 2.2. So 4Gs up to 60-degree climb. Right about there. There it is. Try and maintain our directional stability. 81,000 feet. Flight vector's changing. Pull back a bit. It's 90,000 feet. Maybe 6,000. About 1,000 feet. Alright, we did it. So we'll just go ahead and let it nose down. Just prevent a spin as well. Just ate a little bit of nose down. There we go. We're actually supersonic already. So there's 300 knots, so I have enough indicated airspeed to start maneuvering, so I'll start recovering this. Alright. So, it was a bit sloppy. I didn't fly the profile perfectly, but I pulled it off though. I hit 100,000 feet. So, for kicks and giggles, let's do this again in the Falcon. Let's see what that does. Okay, so here we are. We're in the Falcon, and we're clean, just like we were in the Eagle. So we'll go ahead and introduce power. We'll bring it up to mill. There we are at mill. Now we're in afterburner. We're looking for 150 knot rotation, which is right there. Positive rate, gear coming up. Now we're going to fly this level to about 0.7 Mach. Just right about there. So 2.5 Gs. 2.7, that's okay. 0.6, more ideal, 2.5, okay. Now we're just about over the top. And now we're going to maintain a climb to about 37,000 feet. We are still accelerating. We're almost past transonic. There's 1.2, so we're now past transonic, so we will now be accelerating much quicker now. And we're still climbing. We're already at 1.4 Mach. Now, here's 1.6, so this is the resonance region for the Viper, which is not simulated, but just for kicks and giggles. I'll nose down a little bit so we can get through faster. Alright, there's 1.7, we're good. So I'll nose it back up a little bit. There's 1.8. We're at 37,000. 38,000. Just about 39,000 feet. So I'm actually like 2,000 feet higher than what I was targeting, but that's okay. That'll help us a little bit. .99, we're almost there. And there's Mach 2, so we'll pull back, we'll do 4 Gs. Remember, we're not doing 2.2 because we are Mach limited in this aircraft. So we're looking for 60 degrees climb. There's 60 degrees, they're about. Now remember, the Flickus is always going to be seeking 1G in this aircraft. So you're going to be fighting that Flickus a bit. It wants to pull back. Alright, now we had to bring back the throttle a bit. We're overheating. And there's 89,300, 500, 700.
Warning, warning.
Okay, so the engine stalled, as it should. It really wants to spin. I'm just countering that with rudder. Okay, there's the nose down. Excellent. Okay, the engine's attempting a restart. I'm at 250 knots, 300, so I can start maneuvering a bit. There we go. I want to try and level out because I don't want too much airflow going through. Don't want to overheat the engine more than I have to. Yeah, there's 900. 900 degrees centigrade on the engine, so overheated a little bit, but not for very long, so it should be okay. I'll try moving the throttle, see how it responds. Okay. Engine parameters are as they should. So we have recovered the aircraft. And we're actually still supersonic. And because of the instability of this aircraft, I mean, you can almost cruise supersonically. You just put in a shallow dive and keep it at mil, and you can cruise like a good, 100 miles or more supersonic. And our base is somewhere over there. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, after last week, I mean, that was a pretty heavy topic, so I just wanted to do something more lighthearted. I'm not sure what the next video will be about yet. I'm kind of looking to see what I want to research. So, in the meantime, enjoy your dance with the angels, and I'll see you next time.